One. Hey guys, it's Victoria again, and in this lecture, I'm going to show you how to learn a little bit about your area in which you plan to place your CNA school. This will tell you a lot about the population that resides there. You can utilize this information for your business plan to help you determine your demographic and to also determine the demographic in which you choose to place your CNA school. So this is kind of a twofold information session here, okay? So right now I am on the United States Census Bureau's website. And when you're on the website, if you scroll down, there is a little place right here, as you see, called Quick Facts. I want you to click on Quick Facts. And again, there will be a link provided in this section for this Quick Facts rather. So once you get into Quick Facts, you see here where it says this is for anywhere in the United States. So people come and knock on your door and they ask you all your personal business. Did you know that information is on the internet for everyone to see? Yes. So all you need to do is put in your state if you want a statewide view. You can put in your county if you want a countywide view, or you can put in your city if you just want a citywide view. You can even do down to the zip code, okay? So I'm going to put a zip code of my hometown, Fort Wayne, Indiana. So that, click in here, 46806. Okay, let's see. Yep, and see, it tells you, do you want Fort Wayne or do you want New Haven? Because clearly they must share a similar zip code, or it's right on the line. So I'm going to go ahead and choose Fort Wayne. And then if you scroll down here, let me make this just a little bit bigger. Okay. If you scroll down here, it says you can choose a topic to jump to, but we're just going to go over all of it because I think it's really good information for you to use later. Now, let me move my picture here. As I go through this, I'm going to point out the aspects that I think are very telling. You can utilize whatever information you feel will help you prove your case, but I'll point out the information that I think is just a little bit telling. So here it tells you the population estimation as of 2017. So this row right here is the city or state which you chose, but this row right here is in comparison to the United States. All right. So you get to see your city and how you compare to the United States overall. All right, so population, not really a biggie that you need to know. Then here you learn about age and sex. Age and sex is one you want to know, right? Because we've already identified that most people who want to become a CNA are usually in the age range between 18 all the way to 40, right? Somewhere in there. So persons under 18 percentage does not apply to you. Person 65 and older does not necessarily apply to you, but I'll tell you what will apply to you because we know that most people who want to become CNAs are females, not all, but most. So we see here that my female person percentage is 51%. So that's good information to know. There's a large amount of people in the area that I could possibly attract with this business. And then you go down to learn, you can also learn about the race and origin, okay? I see that whites make up 74%, whereas blacks or African Americans make up 15%. That's not necessarily much of anything you necessarily want to know. It's just fun to know. Veteran population, foreign persons, all this good information, right? But let me get to you what you really want to know. So housing, let's see. So we really don't care about people who have mortgages, right? But we do kind of care about people who may be renting. These are people that are probably entering the workforce. But over here, it only tells us about how much they're probably paying for rent. So 700 as compared to the national average of a little bit over 9. Internet use, interesting. Education. This is one you want. Education. So high school graduates or higher. Okay. Or the bachelor's degree or higher. Do we care about people who have bachelor's degree or higher? No, because they're not going to be coming to us. We want to care about high school graduates, with people who are high school or greater. Look at that. 88% of people do not have degrees or graduated, or they did graduate from high school. That's a huge gap. So does that sound like a gap that needs to be fulfilled with entry level education? Definitely. So this is a statistic that you would like to focus in on. 88% of the population in the city which you choose to place your school actually are in need of entry level education. Okay, so good information right there, or at least they could take advantage of. All right, then you can go down to the economy. What just happened? All right, economy. I don't care about that. Okay, income and poverty. This is good to know. So the per capita income in the past 12 months, and that was in 2017, is 25, okay, as opposed to the nation average of 31. So we're below. And that basically, the per capita income basically kind of tells you the median average that a person spends in relationship to what they make. So anyway, so the percentages you see in persons in poverty is 17% as opposed to the national average of 12. So it's higher. So this again shows me that this is a place where people would need this, because 25,000 is not a lot, and 17% poverty rate is higher than the nation's average. So these people need education. Okay. So very good statistics for you to pull out to make your case. As you go up into businesses, we don't really need to know about businesses. We don't need to know about the geography necessarily. So yeah, those are the main ones that you want to pull out. All right. So that was underneath the income and poverty that you really want to know about. And you also really want to pull out the education to find out if it's really needed in that zip code. And then you can also pull out, depending on if you plan on, I know some people in some states have their niche is Spanish speaking or something. So you have information here, language other than English spoken at home. Okay. And then, so that might be good information because maybe you need to bridge that gap if that's your niche. So think about, when you go through this information about your zip code, think about all the different things that may be relatable to you and your business, as well as your particular niche, and then pull that information to make your case. All right. And if you go through this and you find that maybe that zip code just isn't the place to put a school, then don't. Find a zip code that is. I guarantee you there is a zip code that would be more than, a CNA school would be more than a necessary in that zip code. If you found that through your research, maybe Caucasians would be best, then you see here there's a high rate of Caucasians. You can even kind of break down the ratio of African American versus Caucasian versus education and all that kind of stuff. So, but you don't need to necessarily get that deep. I pointed out to you some of the basics, and I hope that you found this tool very helpful. I think that's it for this section. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a message in our Facebook group. You have a good one.